Hello, crypto people, and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Now, I want to talk about a very important subject. How long do you have to hold before you can actually expect to make profit? Is it 2 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes, or maybe even a day, 5 days, maybe even as long as 1 month? That seems like an eternity. No, it's none of those numbers. It's actually 4 years before you should expect to make any kind of profit, because that is exactly one cycle. And as we've seen, if you invest at any time in a previous cycle, you generally, almost with any coin, will make money at some point in the next cycle, because most altcoins, their top in like this cycle is going to be better than their top in the last cycle. Now that's only true because crypto is very new and it's still kind of an emerging technology. It'll probably still be emerging for like the next 5-10 years or so. So that'll probably be true, especially for new projects that don't die within like the first 2 years. If you actually look at the price of Bitcoin, it's very true. Last time, our maximum was $19,771. And the thing is, if you invested any time in the last cycle, the highest you could have actually bought was $19,771. The lowest you could have bought was like $3,300, I believe. That was actually the flash crash in March of 2020. But you could have actually bought at $19,771. You wait 4 years, and you would have a chance to sell at $69,000, or a little over 3x what you bought at. That's 300% profit. So, and the thing is, even if you sell now and you bought at 19,000, that is still like 200% profit. So 4 years and 200% profit, you might think that's not very much, but try getting that from a bank or anything else. Like that's like 20% compounded per year. You're not going to get that from a bank. So basically 4 years, that's why 4 years is the length of time. And you can look at many coins. A couple of them, there's only a few of them that you didn't really make money in. And even those coins, you could have actually made money in if you just didn't get so unlucky as to buy at the very top. Like VET in the last cycle, the maximum was 9 cents. The maximum of this cycle was whopping like 26 cents, which is 3x. Now, most of us actually bought VET because like VET for most of the last cycle was like half a cent or under half a cent. So like if you take half a cent then versus what it's now, and this is like the down point in the cycle this time, half a cent then versus like 0.4 cents then versus 4 cents now, you're average at about a 10x. So, and a 10x return over 4 years is pretty good for a large investment. And yes, VET and those things have actually enough liquidity for you to take out your 10x, unless you have like hundreds of millions of dollars in or something, which most of us don't. If you look at Cardano, it was actually languishing at around 4 or 5 cents for a lot of the last cycle. And we're at a very low point this cycle. So 4 cents versus 80 cents, a 20x. Yes, Cardano has done better than VET. And if you look from top to top, even if you bought Cardano at 133, which was actually the peak of the last cycle, like you had a chance to sell for $3 if you held like somewhere between like 1 and 4 years. Well, if you held for 4 years in that time period, you actually had a chance to sell for $3, and that is a 300x profit. The average profit for Cardano is 15 to 20x, because most people probably didn't buy at the exact highest point. If you just came in anytime in the last 4 years, most of the time, essentially, Cardano was at like somewhere between 4 and 10 cents. And basically, you would have gotten somewhere between 10 and 20x on your ADA. And it's the same thing for BNB. Now, BNB just started within the cycle, but BNB was at like $5, and now it's like at $500. So essentially, you're getting like 20, 30, 40, even 100x on a lot of these coins. The only ones that I can't really say that for, I mean, even Litecoin, if you bought at the top of the last cycle, I think the maximum was 383, and you had a chance to sell at 413 this cycle for a grand profit of like 10%, but you still could have actually made profit. And a lot of these like top coins, a lot of the top coins have actually gone beyond their all-time high of last cycle, and they're still like way like above. Right now, they're way above their average of last cycle. A lot of the ones are kind of new, but like, Dogecoin, last cycle, a lot of it, like Dogecoin languished between below 0.3 cents last time. You had a chance to sell it for over 70 cents. And even if you sell it right now, that's still 30x. Just think about it that way. That's why like 4 years is kind of the magical number. Ethereum, for instance, like if you bought at the top of the last cycle, it was 1,300. If you had a chance to sell at the top of this cycle, 4,800, that's over 3x profit. And even if you sold right now, you'd actually get 2x profit, even if you bought at the top. So if you hold on for 4 years, you will get, for most coins, a chance to actually sell out at much higher. And the thing is, if you hold from now until 4 years from now you don't have to hold the entire 4 years. You can sell out once you actually see a profit. And in that 4 years, you are like 80% chance to actually see a big profit. Whether you take that profit or not is obviously your choice. You don't have to take the profit, but you definitely can if you want to take that profit. Even for something like XRP, which didn't actually reach the top of the last cycle, so you can't sell from top to top because it only reached like $2, I think, like 190 something, and the top of the last cycle was essentially like $3, so you would be at a loss there, but it's at 74 cents right now, and I think the average for the last cycle was like 40 or 50 cents. So you would be at like a 60-70% profit over the last 4 years. Like most people, if you actually came in, like if you bought like above $2, obviously you can't sell for profit. But the thing is, like the average for the last cycle, where I saw XRP the most, was actually around 40 cents, and now it's 74 cents. So you'd almost get 100% profit. Same thing for Stellar. Yes, Stellar hasn't done nearly as well, and it's basically XLM has actually dropped in position a lot out of the top 25, and it's 17 cents. But Stellar was actually below 10 for a lot of the time, so you did have a lot of time to actually sell for profit. So I'm telling you, like things like Polygon, things like Cardano now, Luna, they might look high right now because they just came up. But if you hold on for 4 years, you probably are like 75-80% chance that you'll be able to sell for at least 100% profit. Even if you pick the wrong coins, you will be able to sell for profit. If you buy right now and hold on, even if you and you hold on for like a 4 year span, even if you pick the wrong coins, in that 4 year span, you will have some span of time where you're able to sell for at least 100% profit, and that's a lot more profit than you would get from a bank. So that's kind of what I actually have to say for today. The magic number is 4 years because that's the cycle, and generally coins will beat their last cycle performance. Even if you picked one of the down coins like of this cycle, like XRP, XLM, you average wise, you still would have actually made money. So that's what I have to say. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.